This segment of the news has been brought to you by Sun Oil Limited.
Welcome back. The Davis administration is looking to right wrongs done by the previous administration, according to Minister of National Security Wayne Munroe, who was speaking during the debate of the second reading of the Rehabilitation of Offenders Amendments Bill 2022, which will include a new Section 15 allowing for minor offenses committed during the emergency orders to be expunged.
What we therefore have is the ability for any person to apply to the minister now, the other regime permitted for application to the Rehabilitation of Offenders Committee, whose decision was then ratified or otherwise by the minister. This is a shorter process for the immediate application to the minister for expungement of certain offenses. The time period is shortened from the 2 years under application to the Rehabilitation of Offenders Committee to 6 months.
Minister Munroe criticized the use of the emergency power orders used by the former Prime Minister, Dr. Hubert Minnis, describing it as the brutalization of the most vulnerable of our society. The minister underlined his disapproval of Bahamians obtaining criminal records due to violations of the emergency orders, highlighting the case of a 60-year-old man who was convicted for walking outside during the COVID-19 lockdowns.
We had the phenomena, which is a national disgrace, of Charles Johnson, a man in his 60s who was confined to a house without electricity, without running water, who after weeks decided that he just needed some fresh air, stepped out of his house and was hauled before the court and has a conviction at 60 for a criminal offense, where it's not reported, so we can't say that it happened or not, but where other senior citizens could fly in to bury a dog without any reported adverse consequences. That cannot be right, that cannot be just, and that is the sort of injustice that this act and order will permit us to remedy.
Minister Munroe further highlighted the seemingly unfair application for violations to the emergency orders by the former administration, bringing up the instance in May of 2020 when then Minister of Health Dr. Dwayne Sands allowed American residents of the Bahamas to land in New Providence despite the act being a violation to COVID-19 protocols at the time. Welfare officers in the Department of Rehabilitative Welfare Services in the Ministry of Social Services and Urban Development, along with juvenile probation officers at the Simpson Penn Center for Boys and the Willie Mae Pratt Center for Girls, are getting new training to help curb recidivism. Oftentimes, probation officers are challenged to cope with huge caseloads and produce comprehensive probation reports for the courts, while they help youth work to change antisocial and criminal behaviors. Last Friday, a dozen welfare and probation officers completed the first phase of training in the use of a risk assessment case management tool designed to modernize and improve their efficiency, according to Coordinator Dr. Valerie Knowles. The new training is in partnership with the Citizen Security and Justice Program Unit in the Ministry of National Security, with the funding from the Inter-American Development Bank. This is the latest in a series of initiatives designed to reduce recidivism and prevent juveniles entering the adult criminal justice system. Participants included trainee welfare officers, senior probation officers, a senior custodial officer, an assistant director, and a chaplain. The certification course is part of a 6-month program. President of the LJM Maritime Academy, Dr. Brenda May Claire, paid a courtesy call on Minister of Transport and Housing, Jobeth Kobe Davis, on Wednesday, July 13th, at the ministry's office on West Bay Street. Dr. Claire, in her first meeting with the minister, spoke of LJM's training of maritime cadets, their educational assistance through scholarships, and the vision of the academy to produce well-prepared industry leaders. The Maritime Academy is a nonprofit institution transforming the country's higher education landscape. The vision of the institution for higher learning in the maritime fields emerged from the country's high legacy in maritime prominence in the international industry. The LJM Maritime Academy looks to grow the number of qualified Bahamian seafarers and experts in the maritime business. The Academy offers two options for cadet training: a diploma in nautical science, deck or navigation, which is a 36-month program, and a diploma in marine engineering, a 39-month program. The Bahamas is the world's 5th largest maritime registry, with nearly 1,500 ships around the world carrying the flag of the Bahamas. And finally, look out, Bahamas, we could soon see Buddy Hield and DeAndre Ayton playing on the same NBA team. Phoenix Suns restricted free agent center Ayton is reportedly signing a 4-year, $133 million maximum contract offer sheet with Buddy Hield and the Indiana Pacers. This according to his agents. The Suns have 2 days to match the largest offer sheet in NBA history and keep Ayton, or let him go to the Pacers for nothing in return. If the Suns do match the offer sheet, they can't trade Ayton anywhere until at least January 15th, and they can't trade him to the Indiana Pacers for at least 1 year. The Suns had never made Ayton an offer, suggesting they did not value him as a max player. If they don't match the sheet, the Suns will lose the 2018 number 1 pick without compensation. This is part of the reason DeAndre was not able to play for Team Bahamas at the recent FIBA Americas World Cup qualifiers versus the Dominican Republic. Now, once all of these contract negotiations are completed, DeAndre should be able to suit up for Team Bahamas during the next round right here at home in August. We'll continue to follow this story and keep you posted on the latest developments. But that'll do it, folks, for your JCN Evening News. Once again, I'm Jarino Saunders. Thanks for joining us.
This segment of the news has been brought to you by Sun Oil Limited.